I'm Joe Post.
And I'm Don Reedy. Welcome to Insider North County Homes. Well, today, again, we've got back Brian Olenek and his magical mystery tour of the world of title insurance. And what the heck do we want Brian to share with all of our friends today?
Well, Brian, there's so many title companies out there. There's not as many as there used to be, but there's still quite a few. What would separate a good title company from a great company?
Well, I think we first have to understand what we really do. We provide two things. First and foremost, we actually provide an insurance policy to protect your ownership interest in the property. Secondarily, as a title insurance company or title agent, we actually provide the service of a settlement servicer, meaning we actually close out the real estate transaction. So in order to make a title company great versus good, two things have to happen. Number one, if we're talking about insurance strength, we need to look at the reserves of the underwriter or the parent company. Fidelity National Title, we're underwritten by our parent company, which is Fidelity National Financial. Fortune 500 company, have hundreds of millions of dollars in reserves. So what does that mean to you, the consumer? Should there be a title claim, we have the reserves to write a check to protect you and your family by that policy title insurance. That's number one. Number two, from a service standpoint, since we actually provide the function of closing your transaction, you need to make sure that the people on your team, like at Fidelity, had the expertise, knowledge, and pedigree to close your transaction in a timely and efficient manner.
Do you actually record the deeds when this thing closes? What happens there?
Excellent question. So what actually happens, escrow is the one that actually facilitates all the terms and agreements between the principals and the transaction that the realtors have set forth in the agreements. So that's
That
what
would be the
does.
buyer and seller for those of you who aren't legalized. Okay, go ahead.
So the title insurance agent, ultimately what we do is on the day of closing, we are the ones that are responsible for recording the deed to the property. And the reason why we do that is that we want to make sure that if we're providing title insurance or clear title to the new buyer, that we've got control of that. We want to make sure that we're the ones that actually record that document and have full control over that transfer of title, and thus allowing us to insure the property.
It's a lot of work.
Well,
A lot of work.
not only that, again, one of the little secrets we're letting you in here on is, you're going to enter into escrow and you've got agents on both sides, the buyer and the seller. But there aren't a lot of people that actually appreciate that it's the title company who actually pretty much handles the money and the actual deed.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, all of us are cooperating, but the real work gets done with the title company. And believe me, if they've screwed up or if you've ever been party to something that's not gone so very well, at that point, you're gonna appreciate a good title company.
Not only a good title company, you'll really appreciate a great title company. And Fidelity National is the best in the business right now when it comes to, number one, the people behind the scenes, Brian, and the underwriters, and everybody that goes to work for you to make sure that this goes smoothly. And not only that, if something does happen, they've got the strength behind them to make sure that you are protected.
Now, I'm just gonna say one other thing, because if I don't speak, Brian's gonna start talking again. First of all, again, we're gonna thank you for all the help you're giving us. And one of the things that Joe and I wanna tell you is, I think, we've talked to you before about, yeah, we've got a lot of years of experience. We think we're pretty darn good at what we do, but we've also worked with Brian for many, 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 many years. Really great guy, always does what he says, and he does it like right 3 minutes ago. So,
He's not just a pretty face.
exactly. All right, everybody, I'm Don Reedy.
And I'm Joe Post. We'll see you again on Insider North County Homes.